We're here today to make one of your favorite meals. It's called fig pudding. Could you kind of help us through that process, please?
Absolutely. Well, you need a good blender, and we have this Omega blender, which is really, really powerful. I have found this to be one of the best, if not the best, and I use this on a regular. I use this every single day. I use this because I also have 3 dogs. I have on a raw, 2 dogs I have on a raw diet. And I use this every single day, and I use it for myself. One of my favorites is the fig pudding. Not only is it delicious, but when you make it, and it's very simple. When you make it the way I tell you to make it, you're getting 5 times more calcium than you would get in a glass of milk, and it's really, really is delicious. And what you have to do to make this is very simple. We have everything available right here, and I have a water ionizer. I use I use ionized water. I think it works great. Turn on the water ionizer, and I let it go up to 9.5 on a scale of 14 of 9.5 alkalinity. And what I do is I take the the reason I turn that on is I usually wash out the bowl. But what we have here is I use this water, and I take 7 Turkish figs. This is the water I use. Take 7 Turkish figs. I've been soaking these overnight, but normally you would rinse the figs off with this water, drain it a couple times, fill this little bowl up, which holds about 16 ounces, and then soak it overnight. And then I take the soak water and the figs, and I dump it into the blender. Then you can take sesame seeds or chia seeds or a combination of both. What I usually do is I take 2 level teaspoons of sesame seeds and 1 level tablespoon of chia seeds. But this time we're going to use chia seeds. Okay, now I got to get a tablespoon. One, 2, 3. This is how simple it really is. But if you want to have a little bit of a different flavor, the normal recipe I use is 2 of the sesame seeds and 1 of the chia seeds. Then you turn this thing on. Let it mix well.
Yeah, Fred, how long do you typically let it blend like that?
Well, it is a very powerful blender. Normally, some of the other blenders, you'd have to let it, especially with chia seeds, you'd have to let it go, I would say 2 or 3 minutes. See, I don't want, with a powerful blender like this, you don't really want to get it warm. You know, some of the so-called good blenders, it warms up. You don't want to really do that. That's part of the problems with, when you run 2 things wrong in a blender. But this, I would say with this here, 45 seconds to a minute is more than enough.
Right, and this blender we have on our website as well as the ionizer. So that's why we got it, because it's a good, powerful blender that doesn't heat things up. So now we're done. Now what are you going to do with it?
Well, there's 2 things you could do. You could let it sit in the refrigerator for about an hour, and it'll come thick like ice cream. It's getting thicker right now because the chia seeds are kind of congealing in there and making it nice and thick and creamy. Or else you could have it right now. Most of the times I have it right away. And all you got to do is pour it into the bowl, and you can see how nice and thick it's coming. This is really, really, this is delicious.
Boy, that's thick.
It really is. And not only that, it's delicious. You could add some other things in there if you want, like a little bit of vanilla beans. You don't have to do it with the Turkish figs. Try to use organically grown Turkish figs. I mean, it's just a delicious. It comes out like caramel pudding, and it's loaded with calcium. It's actually a high protein drink, and being it's blended up, but it's not the perfect combination when you blend it up. You're not going to have it, it's got decent digestion. I mean, now you can see, take a look, this is starting to get thick. Look at it now, it's starting to get thick right away. If I let this sit on the counter here for 15 to 20 minutes, it'll get smooth and very, very thick, and you'll be able to see it's getting thicker already. It's getting real thick. And it's delicious, and it's very, very filling, very energizing. It's got everything. It's loaded with minerals. It's high, relatively high in our true needs in protein, carbohydrates. It's a complete all-around food. Tremendous. Really is tremendous. Encourage people to try it.